Well, welcome back. Welcome back to Gary and Friends. As you can notice, the friends have increased.
We had a lot of friends.
And actually, you've had experience with World Hype Radio before.
Yes, I have with Steve Harvey. I think not Steve Harvey. Sean Harvey.
Okay. Well, now you're back with Gary and Friends in the morning.
Beautiful.
So,
Love it.
So I have to give a shout out to Red. She's the one. You were on Red show.
No, she asked me to come, but this will be the first time I come
Oh,
with you
okay.
guys.
All right, great.
Okay.
So yeah, thank you. Red actually introduced us.
Yeah.
Oh, great. Yes, I remember. Yeah.
So you can be on the show this morning. But we want to start with a little news from weather, right?
Sure.
All right.
It was a big-
Don't ask me about sports because I'm not.
It was a big weekend, you know. Eagles was playing, so let's see.
It was huge.
Let's see what we got.
But as far as the weather goes, today it's a little icky. Yeah. Well, 75 degrees. It's gonna feel like 78. I'm not liking that too much.
Nah, really.
I don't like the icky part.
It's humid.
It's gonna be
Yeah,
hot
I
today.
don't like that.
Really hot.
Really?
It's gonna be hot. Real hot.
Humid or hot?
Hot. It's gonna be hot and humid.
Really? Wow, I'm wearing this.
Yeah, right now it's 65, but the high is only going to be 75. It's going to feel like 78, so I think it's going to be more muggy than anything. But to the fun part, let's do the sports. I love the sports. So the game that I was more interested in was the game against the Washington Redskins.
She's a Washington fan.
And well, I'm actually by inheritance the Dallas Cowboys.
I know, that's what I said.
So the Washington Redskins, obviously they lost. The Cowboys scored 31 to their 21.
That's what she's so happy.
My dad was very happy with that. I actually friends with a lot of Dallas Cowboy fans.
Really?
And they
Yeah,
live out
me too.
here.
Me too.
And they live out here.
You too?
But one thing about the Cowboy fans, they are diehard Cowboy fans. No matter if they're losing or they haven't won, they don't go anywhere. Some other teams I find people jump.
Oh,
They jump. I find that
Jump. When you say jump
they,
ship.
Yeah, they do. They jump ship when their team is not doing well.
Yeah.
And the Eagles. Let me see. There was a lot of games. So the Falcons played against the Eagles, and the Eagles lost.
I'm not
I-
here.
20 to 24.
That's Eagles is Rocky.
Philadelphia
Yeah.
Eagles.
Eagles is right.
He's crying today, right?
Oh, don't cry.
Eagles is everybody here, or around this
Most.
mountain,
Yeah,
everywhere.
that's true. That's true.
Or Steelers. A lot of people like the Steelers.
I'm shit.
The Falcons beat them
I'm
by
New
a
York Giants
whopping
fan.
4. So 24 to the Eagles, 20.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then we have the Denver Broncos who played against the Chicago Bears, and the Denver Broncos lost to the Chicago Bears 16 to 14. And my friend Samantha, if you're listening, she's going to be very, very upset because the Rams beat the New Orleans Saints 27 to 9. That's like a obliteration.
Yeah,
like
27
were they even
9.
playing Samantha? No. She's gonna get me. We have the Oakland Raiders who lost to the Kansas City Chiefs. The Kansas City Chiefs scored a 28 to their 10.
That's another.
That is a blowout. But this is the next one is even worse. The New England Patriots, who I love to hate, played against the Miami Dolphins, and the Patriots totally grandstanded them, 43 to 0.
And that has to do something.
43.
That has to do something with that new player that came in. What's his name? Everybody knows his name.
I know who
That was very controversial on TV and
One player,
What do you mean?
I know who you're
For-
speaking
that just
about.
became
I
part of the
can't think of his
Patriots.
name right now.
Oh, Brown.
Brown. Yeah, Brown.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Tom Brady got him.
Right.
Brown, right?
Yeah.
Ooh, baby,
When is he gonna retire?
I like Tom
When is he
Brady.
gonna retire?
I like him, yeah. Yeah.
And then we had the New York Giants. Whoever bleeds blue is pretty upset because the Buffalo Bills demolished them 28 to 14.
The Giants are not doing too well.
They're not.
As a matter of fact,
I know
I
a
just
lot
had
of
a
Giants
birthday
fans.
party, and the theme was Giants. It was everybody dressed in blue with the Giants. You were there, right?
People going out for
Hillary was there, and everybody had the blue with numbers, and my number was 13 because I was born on the 13th. My birthday was Friday, but
Oh,
Friday
happy
the
belated.
13th. 60 years old. You believe that? Do I look like 60? Anybody?
No.
No, don't.
Wow,
no.
happy belated
Hey,
to
thank you.
you.
Thank you.
That's a blessing. And then we have the Pittsburgh Steelers, who did lose to the Seattle Seahawks. My friend Sharon is so happy because that is her team. She lives in Florida, but she's a Seattle Seahawks fan. So the Steelers lost. All of the Pennsylvania teams don't seem to be doing that great.
No, they're not.
And then we have the Vikings, who played against the Packers. The Packers beat them 21-16. The Texans lost to the Jaguars, and that is 13-12. So that wasn't such a bad.
I like when the numbers are close.
Because to me, it's a more exciting game.
Yeah.
It's a more exciting game.
Which one?
And then we have, when
No,
the
it's
numbers
just-
are closer,
the
like
numbers are
16,
close,
17,
like
it means that they're
20,
both
24, yeah.
playing, that they're thirsty. That's what it
But
means.
43 to whatever that on that was.
Football is like, you see, like right now, Julie Jones, he hit 20 miles on a 28 and 20. You know what I mean?
Wow.
That's, is Antonio Brown this weekend, a 43 and 0. It was a weekend and a half for the football fans, you know? It was a very good weekend for that. I enjoyed
The
it.
San Francisco 49ers, who last year didn't do well at all, they're starting off on a good foot. 41 against the Bengals, to their 17. So, shout out to my friend Prentice. That's his team. So they did a little something. I hope you're happy. And then we have the Colts against the Titans, and the Colts beat them 19-17. So that was a close game. So that means both teams were actively, to me, defensive and pulling out all the stops.
Oh, yeah.
When a team just gets obliterated, it's like, where were you?
Yeah.
I just feel like, what are you doing?
The fans showed up.
Yeah, that's the only person that showed up. And we have
Fans are there, but the players aren't.
the Detroit Lions beat the Chargers 13-10. So that was a close game. And then we have the Colts against the Titans. The Titans lost to the Colts 19. So 19-17. They were good games. And then we have the Ravens against the Cardinals, and the Ravens beat them 23-17. So that sums it up for football.
Oh, wow.
And then tonight's going to be a big night, Monday Night Football.
Yeah, Monday night.
Who's playing tonight? Anybody knows?
I'm going to look and see.
Right, you can get it.
That's-
So in studio today, we have two new friends, Hillary and Freddy.
Yes.
And they're here to talk about an event that they're
The Browns and the Jets are playing.
Browns and the Jets.
The Jets tonight, yeah. Okay.
Talk about an event that they have coming up in 3 days. I guess starting September.
It starts Friday, yes. This Friday.
Yeah. So why don't you tell us a little about yourself? Well, actually, I saw two things on your vest there.
What do you see?
Well, I want to know about the tax man,
Well, they call me.
and also you are retired.
Yeah, retire from New York City
Jersey
Transit.
Transit.
New York City
Do
Transit.
you remember this fellow?
Well, he used to work for New York City Transit.
No, he was just probably hanging around in New York City.
Why, I'm sorry, because
I retired from New York City Transit. I used to drive a city bus. If you ever ride a city bus, I hope it wasn't my bus because I would have left you behind or something
was
like
that
that.
at?
New York City. I used to do the Q44. It goes from Jamaica, Queens, all the way to the Bronx Zoo.
Yeah.
Did
You-
you,
you know,
my area
what?
was.
did you commute from here to there?
Oh, in the beginning, because then I got the house later on
Yeah.
before I retired. So I've been here 20 years, but then I also had
It was a lot, right?
it was more like this. Pennsylvania was more like a weekend home.
Gotcha.
Come in the weekends and work Monday through Friday in New
So
York
you
City.
didn't run into this?
We all start like that.
Yeah.
Right?
You see the TV commercials on TV, buying a house in Pennsylvania. It's only 90 minutes away. Meanwhile, it's like over 2 hours, if you read those commercials correctly.
Yeah.
But then
My mom did it for years.
and these houses here was much more affordable
Of
compared
course.
to New York City. You can't even touch a house in New
I'm
York
gonna be
City.
honest with you. I spent 25 to 30 years in the city, and I love it. It's the city who took me. When I came
Well,
here,
I was born and raised there.
I was born and raised in Puerto Rico. I came here when I was 16 years old.
Wow.
And then, the city who took me all this time until I moved here a couple of years ago. I love the city. It's in my heart. It's everywhere. But I'll be honest with you, I will never go back and live over there.
Oh no.
And I love it. And I go to the city, every time I get a chance, I'll go to the city. I'm always in New York. But to live there, Not anymore.
Nah, me.
I got grandkids now. You know what I mean?
Here
Now
in
my life
Pennsylvania?
changes
In
different.
Pennsylvania?
Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah, all my
That's
kids are with me.
good. Wow.
Yeah.
That's
So
nice.
now, why are you called a taxman, and how is your organization?
All right, I call me the taxman because I help people with their tax problems. I help people prepare their taxes and, move on. And there are people that's really in need of to solve the tax problem. Now that Trump changed a lot of these tax laws, people are getting in trouble now because they owe a lot of money in taxes. Sometimes it can help them, sometimes it can't, depending on the situations.
Now, what does Lama stand for?
Latin America.
And you're a 10,000-mile member.
Yeah, yes. At 1 year, I completed a little over 10,000 miles of riding. Now, right now, we got guys doing way over 10 and 15,000 miles. Her husband is close to 15,000 miles. Hillary, her husband's name is Casey Davis, and he's like close to complete his 15,000 miles. And he started in May. So from May to now, he's been traveling across the country and everything. And when we have these miles competitions, not only do you get patches, but we get into a competition for every chapter that does amount of miles, completion of miles in our chapters, to get some kind of rewards and show not only respect, but that the riding is fun, making it like a fun sport.
So now you start actually in Chicago.
No, the organization, which is called Lama, first started in Humboldt Park, Chicago. If anybody knows that, Humboldt Park, anybody knows Chicago? I discovered a few years ago what Humboldt Park was about. It's where a lot of gangsters or motorcycle clubs used to hang out in the Humboldt Park. And Mr. Mario Nieves, which is now the international president of all these organizations, but he acts one of the, I think, Hell's Angels or some other motorcycle club. They call them clubs, and he wanted to be part of a motorcycle club. And when they saw that he was Spanish, they said, "We don't want no Spix." Can I say that? Spix?
Yeah, you can say
Oh, that's what they call it?
This is Real Talk. The name of the program is Real Talk.
Oh, Real Talk.
Yeah.
So they told him he don't want no Spix in that club. He like get out of our faces. So then he decided, well, if I can't join it, I'll make my own association. So he called it Lama, Latin America Motorcycle Association, and that's where it grew from 1977, and it grew up since. Now we're across the country, from Florida to California, around the country, Chicago, up and down the coast of Massachusetts, Puerto Rico, Santo Domingo, Cuba, around the world. Germany, we got a Lama Germany, Lama, forget it.
Wow.
Egypt.
Now, and they all drive Harley Davidson.
No, not every. Some people have crotch rockets. Some people have, Kawasaki's, Yamaha.
Not everybody got the money to buy a
Yeah, the Harley is just a name, It's like a Rolls Royce of motorcycles. Rolls Royce on two wheels.
That's right.
Oh, yeah.
Crotch rocket is a two wheeler where you bend over and reach the handlebars, and the engine's like real up there between your legs. Is the rocket is between your legs. A crotch rocket.
That's
You
scary.
can start with a shadow,
You can start with something
A
small.
shadow is really
Minimum.
Although, wait a minute now, he told me before he came on,
Yeah.
I don't even have to ride a motorcycle.
Really?
Let's talk about that. Can we talk about that?
Of course.
It's considered an association. You could be associate with them. Maybe you could become an associate, meaning you wear a patch without the wings. If you notice, the back of my vest is the wings.
Okay.
Meaning you're considered a full patch member.
Full patch,
But they also have associates that don't have anything in the back, just in the front to show that you're an associate, that you hang out with the club, and they may one day be a motorcycle
member patch club,
full
yeah,
patch.
yeah.
But of course, you're hanging out with us as associates. They could wear any colors they want, but as long as they got the vest and up in the front, associate could wear any colors and shoes and stuff like that.
Okay.
That's great. That's
That
great.
is great. And he, on his card here, it says that a portion of the proceeds of this event that they're having goes towards veteran support, which I love. I wish we could do more for veterans.
Yeah.
That's one of the things that I would like to do as an organization. And they have food pantry and annual scholarship.
Okay, that's very good because I was, I'll be honest with you, my mind is already, I was gonna ask you that, being I've never been in a motorcycle club or an associate, but I've been around enough that I can learn a little bit, about the culture. of motorcycles, because sometimes people think, well, motorcycles now they have a culture. It's a way of do things. It's a way that you guys do. It's a whole world. It's a world. Let's be serious.
Mm-hmm.
So being you guys that I will be here like the devil's advocate. So being that motorcycle clubs and stuff like that, some people have seen them in a negative way.
Yeah.
What you guys are doing. Who's gonna be my next question? He already answered me with the flyer. What you guys are doing to eradicate, to put that prejudice way of thinking about you guys. That's the word, stigma. That they have when see people with a vest and something like, I have a really nice vest, like that.
Like a badass show.
Yeah, I have a really nice vest like that. When I was going with the guys that I was saying you earlier with the Lease of Saints here, I would, the pastor, the church president would tell me, put it on because it's nice, so you can be with us, and I will put it on. I will go with that. They asked me many times, Carlos, you join in, get a bike. It's just, that was not me. That's not what God chose me to do. And I have to be true to who I am and, what God chose me to do. I got to keep on that route, because if I go to another route, which I like it so much to be on a bike and do all that, I love it. Anyway, what is it that you guys, if you can explain a little bit more, what is it that you guys do in the community to?
We help with veterans. Sometimes there's a big veterans at the American Legion. Maybe Hillary could explain some of that, because she's a veteran herself.
Ah,
All right, we can just
really? I never pictured you in there.
Thank you for your service.
Oh my God!
You're welcome.
Thank you for your service.
You're
Yeah,
welcome.
My father went. My father too. He's a veteran.
Yeah, I was in the Army back in 79, from 79 to 82.
What branch of the military?
Army. I was in the
My mom
Army.
was in the Air Force.
My father was Army like her. He's still retired.
So we have our monthly meetings at the American Legion 927 down in Gilbert.
Okay, now where's that in relation to here?
Gilbert,
The
Pennsylvania.
West End.
Right, by the West
Pleasant
End
Valley.
Fair. Yeah,
Okay.
for that area. Yeah.
Okay, that's good.
So we participate with them a lot in a lot of their events. And, they're involved with us. We have the meetings there every month.
Oh, great.
So it's really nice.
I've been seeing lately on news, they are indignated, to be honest with you, with a lot of our services to our veterans. They have, we have a lot of veterans going homeless, a lot of mental issues, a lot of, and they're not being addressed. You know what I mean? This is my next question will be, how can us, we'll say us. When I say us, it's Roots Living Ministry, Dare to Be Different. We got organizations and we feed a lot of people. You know what I mean? We do feed a lot of people. We have ways now. We have resources that we can help you guys to at least put food into these people's mouth every day without struggling. Maybe they can use that money that they spend on food every day. They can use it on something else. Because I have seen, and I know that what I've seen the most, the problem is when it comes into the how you say that? En la medicina. Yeah, el problema es la medicina, todo lo que tiene que ver con insurance, health insurance, medicine, maintenance of mental health. That we have a lot of PTSD, a lot of all these things. How can we help?
You mean like to have, go ahead, to have, what are you saying, benefits as far as benefits on what do you call it? Medical benefits, pharmaceutical, and to have these veterans. That's why we have the Veterans Legion, because in the Legion they help veterans.
Okay, that's what I want to know.
They help veterans. See, you approach any American Legion or VFW, which means what does VFW? Anybody? Veterans of
Foreign Wars.
Foreign wars, yeah. And the American Legion is, we call it AL, and then the posts that they're located. You approach these American Legions, and they will help veterans in need and stuff, because they also do reach outs to other organizations. If anybody needs something, they will get it for them.
Okay.
So now you're saying that you have access. I think you were saying that you have access to food, that you help food pantries that need food get food.
Yes.
So here's another
Another
So
food
you
pantry.
guys have
Yeah,
a food pantry?
we do it once a year, but we could do it for the others too if we get enough sponsorship, to help us fill these food pantries. You know, we do it every year, like around Thanksgiving time and stuff like that. Everybody goes to these food pantries for turkey. Well, we fill them with nothing but turkeys, and I'm hoping that those turkeys go out. You know, because you know there is an expiration in these turkeys, right? You put it in the refrigerator, they gotta come and get it before. But now I also reach out to people that are in need. You need some food. Instead of keep asking me for money and me feeding these people, I say they got this food pantry. Go over it. You don't need nothing. Just show your license, or if you have a license. I don't know if they still do that. Do they? Ask for your license.
Sometimes
stuff like
it's not.
It's like based on the food pantry. Certain food pantries have certain qualifications. You can go to one and maybe they need like pay stubs, proof of income. Other ones have a don't ask, don't tell policy.
Yeah, that's what we.
That's what we do. Don't ask on top policy.
Well, the other food pantry I know is in Toby Hanna Library up there. Have you been up to the Toby Hanna Library? They have a big food pantry there also. And I keep telling them, go over there. If you don't want to spend money on food, if you know you can't afford it, go to the food pantry. They
work with us.
They do?
We work together, yeah.
Oh, you know them?
Yeah,
okay.
we're together, yeah.
And there's a food pantry right down the block from here.
That's
It's called the Oasis of Love. And everybody heard of the Oasis of Love here, right here around the corner, walking distance. And that's a very nice guy right there too.
All right, so now what is your event? Where's it going to be?
Our event starts this Friday, September 20th.
3 days. So
3 days. And on the very first day, which is Friday, people are traveling from all over the country. They check in the resort. They get their rooms and they come down for a big party, which is called a meet and greet. They meet everybody. They see I haven't seen you in a long time. How you doing? Hugs. They play some music. There is going to be like a barbecue there, or not a barbecue, or a buffet. They start serving buffets and hang out. Happy juices, if you know what I mean.
I like that terminology.
That's a happy Tuesday.
I like.
And don't forget rum chata pudding shots.
Rum pudding. Hillary's favorite, and she likes it. I love that rum pudding chata. If you don't know what that is, it's a pudding made with rum. Really nice, really nice.
I never seen that. I never seen that.
She makes it in 2 flavors, vanilla and chocolate. So you got your choices.
You made that?
Yeah.
She makes it, yes.
Okay, so
We also got something called shot.
All right, so for 3 days, it's more than party.
More than party. And then Saturday is all day we got vendors from everywhere.
Okay.
Vendors we help them set up, and we ask a little fee for the vendor. Again, whatever the fee we collect from the vendors, again it goes out to charity and
I think World Hype is going to be there.
Yes, World Hype is going to have a table. Someone said they're going to bring a table, little speakers, and it probably be live too. If you guys have talked about that, and not only promoting our event, but promoting the radio station too.
Yeah.
Which is WHR-FM. Everybody else is listening.
right? Yeah, we got.
I should come in more often, right?
Yeah,
it should be like a daily thing.
Right here.
Yeah.
Yeah, we gotta show the making with you.
All right, so now
His
now
whole
the
voice
resort-
changed when he did that. He had a radio voice.
It's got a radio voice.
Thank you.
now-
Yeah.
So now, where is Mount Laurel Resort?
Mount Laurel. If you ever been to Mount Laurel, if you're on traveling west or east on Route 80, you get off on exit 277. Right off the exit, you get off 277, which is also the exit for the Turnpike, 476 Turnpike. And then off the Turnpike, you see the Wawa, and it's behind the Wawa. It's the Mountain Laurel Resort, which is very big. They got horseback riding, pools, indoor and outdoor pools. I don't know how it is now because the season is changing. The pools may be, not too good to have it outdoors, but it's indoor pools, and all kinds of stuff, horseback riding.
So how many do you anticipate coming?
So far, we got the hotel packed.
Oh, wow.
Packed.
So there's no,
If you need rooms, there are neighboring hotels that if anybody wants to stay overnight and stuff like that, which is very walking distance, stuff like that.
Wow. It's packed the hotel, huh?
Yeah, it's packed.
Very
Right now,
good.
it's packed.
That's
And
very
again,
good.
it's for people from all over the country and all over the world.
Tell them about Saturday morning. There is I believe, a 200-mile ride
It's
all over the Poconos, and
oh, wow.
I believe last year they said they had over 110 motorcycles
Really?
riding the Poconos. Yeah.
So you have you make a circle or?
From the route that I saw, they're going north, then coming around, and then winding up back at the resort.
And with this runs, what you guys, you get the people to pay and help in the community and do what they gotta do, right?
Yeah, it's a fun ride, and it also shows support for Caravaggio. What's the name of the ride again? It's called
Jovi Ride.
Jovi Ride, which is a young man that passed away that was part of our membership. He was an associate, young man that was dying to ride a motorcycle. He had cancer. What he had? Leukemia. He had a cancer, and his mother thanks us every year for doing this run.
She's a member of our group. She's a dama. A dama is a female rider who rides their own motorcycle.
Una dama.
And that's impressive.
Una dama.
Yes.
Lama Dama.
Really?
Lama Dama.
I like that. Wow, that's very good.
All the
Spanish, huh?
female operators that ride motorcycles consider Lama Damas because female motorcycle operators.
Yeah, dama is like the most expression for women in Spanish language. Dama.
Oh, okay.
Una dama is very well respected, very well. You know, for us, it's a lady. Yeah, una dama. Yeah, that's what it's a dama. I want to say something real quick before we
Go to commercial?
No, we don't get no more time. Because now you mentioned that, and I have a brother really close to me, which was operated 2 days ago from cancer. He's in the house. We did a show the other day, and everybody was, asking me. So before I forget, guys, Tony's really good. He came out of the operation. He's, resting. He'll be talking in a little bit. Remember that he had the operation in throat cancer, and he's out. He's out of the operation and he's with us, Now we keep praying, and when they do all the tests and everything, hopefully everything is out, in the name of God, in the name of Jesus, and we good,
Amen.
Yeah, I had to say that real quick.
Tony's a young man too, right?
How old is Tony?
Tony's 46.
Wow, he's still a young man.
Yeah. Tony's 46. And you know what?
Prime
He was
time.
about to go to the hospital to get the operation when his wife got 2 heart attacks back to back. Yeah, it was a hard week for me last week.
Wow.
Yeah, we was with Tony all the time there, and I haven't seen him in a couple of days, and I haven't called him because I'm giving him the space so he can Yeah, but today,
You gonna reach out?
yes, I have to go. I'm gonna go to his house today, like I always do, and just hopefully he's.
So now, is any part of your weekend, the funds that you are raising is for the club and for the scholarships, right?
Yes.
And to help the veterans?
Veterans.
Scholarships.
School scholarships.
Really?
Right now, we put out the application that every Monroe County high school. There's about 5 or 6 high schools that's in the Monroe County, and we put the applications out there. All the kids are pick it up, fill it out, make out a beautiful essay, and the essay is about what would you do for the community? What would you return in life as soon as you get your scholarship, and after you finish college, what else can you do for the community besides,
Right, basically how to give back.
Yeah.
Basically, how to give back.
Yeah.
Yeah, basically, how to give back.
You basically okay.
what can you do good for the community? What can you make a change to get people aware of other people's needs and help the community?
And I think it's very good what you guys doing and the way you guys doing it. Because it shows that to be grateful and to value the things that you get and what they give you. Sometimes we growing up in a society with everything is instant gratification. Everything is instant gratification,
Yes.
and we have lost the value of the things that we get. And we just remember, our kids don't remember how hard it is for you to work every morning and drive that bus. And I'm gonna go on a limb right here because I know I was in the city. I know you get the guys that come, they want to skip the bus, they don't want to pay, they want to fight you, they want to tell you this and that, they want to spit on you, they want to do so many things.
Everything he said, exactly what happened to me.
You understand what I'm saying? Yeah, I've been there. I
My
know.
first year, I got, I opened the door for a bunch of kids thinking that they're just gonna go to school, but no, they wanted to egg me. They splashed me with eggs, and I continued my trip. And at the end of the day, I cleaned the eggs off me. But they don't understand.
How many years ago was that?
That was 1989.
Now, I wonder what they're throwing now.
Well, I just retired from New York City Transit back in December, but I was driving subway trains.
Oh.
That's
And that's a totally different
Oh,
situation
yeah,
than
you're
his.
behind the locked door.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, but
nobody
the conductors, they still stick their head out the
They
window
still,
to
yeah,
observe the
they
platform,
still cross, yeah.
and they throw
still
stuff
do
at
the
them.
crossing.
Yep.
We stop they still stop the doors and they don't let you go in your route.
I feel a little bad now because I was a high school student in New York City. So
Let me find out. Hold on.
I'm sorry.
Well, in my career, we used to get rewarded for taking fenders off some people's mirrors, and when someone opens the door, someone just lost the door.
I mean, it's a very crowded city.
Yes.
Too much people in there, especially, if you see the routes that you were taking, I know, I never been, I didn't live in Queens. Here and there, I will stay, but, Jamaica to the Bronx.
To the Bronx Zoo, yeah.
Hello.
Pick up the animals from Queens and take them to the zoo.
Basically. And then you bring them back from the Bronx all the way to Jamaica. You know what I mean? Those two places, they are hello. If you lived in New York City, you understand what we're talking about.
All right, finally, I want to talk about, if I can,
Let's go.
Our website is called LamaPoconosChapter.com. We accept charity, and our charity is 501c tax. For tax purpose, we're 501c3, which is a good tax to get breaks from either banks and big companies.
Right.
When we use a 501c3,
Uh-huh.
7 don't do much, but with the 3 in there,
Yeah.
we get better benefits as far better
Non-profit
better
organization,
profit, yes,
that's right.
for non-profit organization, yes.
Yeah.
Again, LamaPoconosChapter.com, and we're here at WHRFM.
Listen, I think
All
I got,
right.
man, listen, what are you doing in the morning? Come on, bro. Listen,
I
tell
think
me
I
what
want a
you-
job here.
Yeah, he is so good, man. He's good. He's a natural.
You didn't tell him what you
He's a
did.
natural.
Don't tell him.
I got a couple of donuts and cheese dinners and stuff like that.
But no, it sounds like it's gonna be a great weekend. So it's Friday, Saturday, and Sunday.
Sunday is more like help. We say bye to everybody, clean up a little bit, and a lot of people help us to clean up. And even people that's not part of our chapter, they come and help us clean up, ready to go home and stuff like that, back to where they come from.
If I'm not mistaken, I don't know if it was Hillary that he had. I think he was working with something out of up there in Africa. It was not you.
No, she
That's what I'm saying. If I'm not mistaken, so I guess I'm mistaken. Because we had a couple of people coming in, and one of the people that was supposed to be in have an overseas foundation.
Wow.
Sending to Africa. Yeah.
Wow.
I thought it was you. That's
No.
why I wanted.
No.
Not me.
No,
No, not yet.
not yet.
Not yet.
Okay. Now you know why Carlos
Anything's
is
possible.
always late. Now you know why Carlos is always late. Oh,
I'll be
man.
happy to answer any more questions if you have any more.
Of course.
Yeah, how many current members do you have?
Right now we have, with including associates and young members, about 52, something like that. But full patch is like maybe close to 30 members. Full patch, and everybody else is associates.
So you got a lot done with 30 members.
Oh yes. Well, there are chapters. Orlando by itself is like over 100 members. Because in Orlando, Florida, everybody rides. You can ride year round. But over here we kind of
You
limited.
got a couple, yeah.
Yeah. Because
Let me ask you something. Let me ask you a question, right? Let's say last year, right? This year, we did a big fair, right? Community culture fair. It's called the Jesus Culture Fair, right? We want to show everybody our culture, how we do things, how our world do things. If it's possible, like let's say next year, because this is gonna continue going on. Our first one, it was a hit. It was a lot of people. It was really good. We
Well, you
didn't
guys are
expect
welcome to come to our thing too. Yes.
And but no, what I'm saying is when we got these things, right, we can call you guys and you guys can come with the motorcycles and
cover
participate
up.
with
Yeah,
us.
yeah. So you just see what time of the week or
No, we get it together. I just wanted to know if you guys are willing to come and spend time with us at the fair. This is the kind of things that you guys do too,
Oh
right?
yes.
Yeah. You're just not a motorcycle running, intimidating people.
Oh no, we don't. Can I mention some of my members? Our president, his name is Danny Alicea. He's a president. He's very good. He knows how to talk to people. He was asking how come he's not here, because he has to work today. He works. A lot of us work. And then our vice president, which is Angelo Melendez. Then it comes to our treasurer, which is Raymond Aviles. Then it comes me as a business manager. We're talking right now. We're going down in the office, check. And then after me comes a secretary, Daisy LRB, and she works for Verizon. Her Verizon company gave us a big sponsorship because Verizon likes to give money. As long as we're 501c3,
Yeah.
Verizon gave us a big chunk of sponsorship. Her and her husband.
All right.
And then after that comes a motor touring officer, Tony Pabon. He takes care of the people's mileage and make sure you get you do have the right registration. Everybody in the association has to be well insured, have the correct license, and make sure the motorcycle is that size, because we will minimize 600 cc's as motor. Anything up better than that is considered to be part of the association as a member, full patch member.
Okay.
So have a certain CC size.
Yeah, CC's meaning the size of the engine. Because if we're gonna ride, we're not gonna wait for a putt behind us to catch up with us,
Hey man, listen.
I guess
I got a 5-foot down.
I can't believe I can't bring my scooter.
No.
I wouldn't wait for me.
Listen, man, I'm walking by the grace of God.
God
To be
bless you.
honest. Yeah, I broke my back in 4 places. Everything is done. I love motorcycle.
It was off
Puerto
from
Rico. Yeah, Puerto Rico. We grew up riding a bike since we were little.
Yeah, that's
You
true.
know, we like 2-3 years old. We already getting into a little motor scooter that we call go-kart.
Yeah,
We call it a go-kart. So in go-kart, we already on a go-kart at 6 years old, 7 years old. And
No
and
license, no
yeah,
insurance.
nothing. I don't have not even plates. And I just, when I was
You hurt
older,
yourself.
I was older already. I was, 20 something. And I had that accident. Since then, it's been really difficult for me to really be on a bike for a long time.
Wow.
And I had bikes before, but I got the street bikes. And as soon as I get there, my back start giving me that problem.
You can't keep up with us.
Nah, at all. Yeah, I don't, yeah. I just, 4, 3.
4 minutes?
Yeah,
I'm telling you he's good for it. I'm telling you he's good.
Well, I got a lot of free time in my hands.
What is it that they need to do to get into your organization?
Again, there's an application. You go online. You could see the application. Or I could send you an application. I could give you send you a PDF format of the application to become an associate. And if you got a motorcycle, maybe you want to be a part of a membership.
That's right. So guys, listen. If you already know, Lama, it's very resources. We have grants for people in school.
Yes.
They do runs for the community in order to help veterans and you guys are listening to him to all the things that this organization are doing in our community. So join in. Come into their page. What is that page?
The page is called Lama Poconos Chapter.com. LAMA Poconos Chapter.com.
And you heard that in House of Grace. You
Yeah,
see,
right.
we got a good team,
Yeah,
right? So, get into their chapter, get into their pages, get into their social media, find out, educate yourself about the things that are going on in your community and the people that are really helping your community. You know what I mean? And we appreciate to have you here. We love you guys, for the things that you do. My father went to the war. He went to Vietnam. Thank God he's fine, he's good, and I have that I feel good that my father is complete here. But guess what? There's a lot of people that went with him that they're not, and they fought for me just as he did. So we should help them.
Thank you.
And be
Appreciate
there
that.
with them.
Yes, thank you. Yes.
So we want to shout out the rest of our sponsors before we go, right?
Yeah.
You gonna talk about the sponsors? Go ahead.
You want to do it?
No.
He doesn't know who
I know, but I'm saying I just feed it to them because it's so good. I mean, like, here.
Well, if I had a list, I'll be happy to read it for you. Yes.
Check this out. We're gonna do it together. WHRFM.com.
WHR.
FM.com.
FM.com, all right.
Roots Living Ministry.
All right. Amen.
And we have Dare to Be Different.
Dare to be different. Remember our shows, guys. We have the Jump Off on Thursdays from 7 to 8. Very soon. What's the name of the show?
The Busy Mom Show?
The Busy Mom Show is going
Oh,
to
The
be
Busy
airing
Mom Show.
very soon.
Here?
Yeah, here.
Nice.
It's going to be after this show.
You're in full house then.
Yeah, we are.
We're
We get in
working
there.
It's good. It's good.
We get in there.
We have 24 hours to fill.
No kidding. You serious?
Yeah.
Well, hey, Lori, you ready? You ready?
Hillary says, "You ready? Why not?
No, I'm not ready.
You good?
I need more coffee.
You good?" I'm sorry, you put the coffee.
Then we have,
sponsors.
go ahead.
Alright, we got Car 129. We have Keeping It Raw with Bread on Sundays. Have this little pop up, usually around the evening.
Yeah.
We got another show cooking, Kitchen Creations. We're looking at it. Kinda
Really?
Like that. Yeah.
Okay.
kitchen creations.
Kinda,
Yeah,
we're
cooking.
looking.
Yeah.
So what kind of food are we talking about? Kitchen creations?
Okay, I'm gonna give you a hint before we go. What time is it? Real quick. Bum,
We
bum,
got
bum,
time,
bum.
we got time.
Okay, we got time.
We got
Listen, what
time.
we're gonna do is we're gonna start doing a show, right? We're cooking the show in order to show people what are the wonders that you can do with food that comes from a
From our
food pantry.
The wonders you could do is feed
Because
people.
sometimes
Yes.
you get cabbage, sometimes you get carrots.
We're gonna have a great chef. We're gonna have a chef, a trained chef, that it's gonna come and it's gonna do plates with, we're gonna
With
present
the-
the food.
yeah,
we
we
give you
give
the
them
food
the
that we have on the food practice. And this is what we got on Friday.
Yeah.
Make a good
nice.
plate out of it,
Yes,
and he will
nice.
do a nice plate out of the food that we give.
Right on Friday.
Our
Right, yeah.
yeah. So-
Well, in our food pantry, we fill it with canned foods and stuff. And during the Thanksgiving, it's turkey time, so a bunch of turkeys to give away.
Yeah.
How many? Is, I lost count. There was so much turkeys, and
Well,
the shop right.
Keep us in mind.
ShopRite,
We'd like to hand out turkeys, too.
because we're doing a ShopRite. ShopRite also sponsors. Instead of paying full price of these turkeys, we give a great discount, and we get more from the discount. We get more products,
Yeah.
that we were scheduled to
To
get
pick up.
from our treasury. And we, if they say we got a lot of discount, okay, let's give more since we're getting a discount. We fill this food pantry,
Mm-hmm.
and this is during the Thanksgiving area and stuff like that. And we also got this thing called the Mandy's Kitchen, which is a little after Thanksgiving we go to the church up on 209. I don't know the name of the church. It's called Mandy's Kitchen, and in Mandy's Kitchen we get a line of trays and people come from all over the place to
I
be
know.
fed. Again, the people
I
that
know
need.
what's Mandy's.
Yeah, you heard of Mandy's Kitchen, yeah.
They have a lot of distribution here.
Oh yeah, from Mandy's Kitchen.
Yeah.
Wow.
If it's the same Mandy's, it's like a lady that comes out. and
No,
they-
Mandy was a young lady that they got an accident. She died, and her parents decided to do a
That-
little fee.
Okay.
for-
It's like a company or it's like
No, it's not a
place?
company. It's just
A place.
It's a church. It's an organization
Oh.
for a young lady that passed away in a car accident,
Okay.
and she her parents decided to give back to the community because they helped them a lot for the death of her daughter, and they give it back, and they've been giving back since. Like over what, 5 or 6, more than 6 years ago she passed, and they've been doing it every year. Mandy's Kitchen.
Oh.
Feed the need and feed the hunger out
Okay.
on Route 209.
Really?
Yes.
That's awesome. That's awesome. That's awesome.
I can't believe I remember all this stuff.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And one of our big sponsors is Verizon. Another sponsor is AT&T. They give us some money for sponsorship, AT&T. And a line of other people. Who else can I think of at the moment? I should have had a list. But we're good and stuff like that, right?
Yeah, don't worry. Nah, yeah, we're good.
No, we're good.
We're good. AT&T, we're actually AT's in the house here.
Wow.
Yeah, we do everything that they have when it comes to community and stuff like that. We go
AT&T
there.
We work
helps.
with AT&T.
Yeah, we are affiliated with
Nice.
the AT&T.
Is it AT&T in Bartonsville?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Actually, that one.
Yeah. And our AT&T is from the Mount Pocono area. They helped us a lot
Oh,
too.
wow,
Yeah.
that's cool. That's cool.
We go a lot there.
All right. So I guess we'll see everybody bright and early tomorrow, right, Carlos?
Yeah.
At 8 a.m.
Yeah.
8 a.m. You guys started at 8
And
a.m.?
we
Yeah.
haven't had anybody call in, but I still have a lot of food. We gotta find.
You mean the
a place
phone
to-
will ring off the hook and they didn't hear my voice, I guess.
Yeah.
That's
No,
right.
Or people got questions sometimes about Lama and stuff like that.
Yeah. They might gonna put it there in the
In the chat.
In the chat.
Yeah,
Okay.
you'll see when you go to WHRFM YouTube. You're gonna see that video, and
You'll see all the chat.
You see all the chat,
Oh,
yeah.
okay, beautiful.
Yeah.
Oh, you guys are recording it. It's going straight
No,
to
this is
YouTube?
live.
yeah, it goes straight to YouTube.
Go
Wow.
straight to you.
Yeah, you can watch it. You can go to YouTube WHRFM.
And just rewind it and see it from the beginning. All
That's
right.
it.
I'm gonna put it on our chat there.
Cool.
Let people know.
I gotta
All
tell
right.
you, man. I think we owe me and you,
Carlos.
right? We late? We gotta go.
We gotta
All
go.
right.
We
All right.
gotta
Have
go.
a great day.
Let's
We'll
go,
see you tomorrow
people.
morning.
We love you so
And
much.
Love you
stay
so much.
tuned in.
Thank you for
Show
coming, and
active.
hopefully everybody see me and see my friend here, Hillary. Hillary, you on the camera? Yes, she is.
Thank you, guys.
All right. Thanks. God bless.
God bless. Have a
That
nice
was
day.
awesome, man.